Dr. Faker, a mad evil genius from Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL, technically has to be known as the main antagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL Season 1. Dr. Faker is known to be the father of Heart and Kite Tenjo, which technically, if you know Kite Tenjo from the Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL, he is Yuma Tsukumo's greatest rival and ally. Long time ago, when they were actually all at peace, apparently Heart was actually diagnosed with some sort of disease that he may not be able to live much for long, and he tried to do everything in his power to find a cure during his research. Along with some help by the name of Bion Arclight, which you may actually already know as Vetrix, as we know in the series, another one of the main antagonists to the series. Now, they actually worked as like scientists or researchers for like a very long time, but they still couldn't be able to find a cure for Heart, and that is when they came up with the idea to get help from Kazuma Tsukumo, which is actually Yuma Tsukumo's father. Now, in an offer to be able to help Dr. Faker's research, they decided to actually look and travel to a very distant place where they actually thought they could actually open a dimension to another world. In this case, the Barian world. They traveled at a very long distance, and apparently they actually managed to make through their location. However, in order to be able for the portal to open, Dr. Faker decided to make a sacrifice by sacrificing both Byron, aka Vetrix, and Kazuma Tsukumo into that other world. However, the two of them were actually separated into two different worlds. Kazuma Tsukumo and Astral World, and Byron, well, he actually went like into some other alternate dimension. I don't think it was Barian World though, I think it was like someplace else. Which, by the way, no one has actually figured out like what exactly that place was really. And during that time, Byron actually turned into a kid during that process, which was weird. Anyways, back to Dr. Faker, the portal obviously successfully opened at that time. And of course, that is when he actually met Barian, or technically that's Vector, but he's in his Barian spirit form, I guess. That's when Faker decided to make a deal with the Barians. And with the power that Heart was given, actually, by the way, it was actually the power of Barian World. It was the power that Vector actually infused within him in order to destroy Astral World. Which, by the way, that was also the deal. Only Heart could be saved if Astral World was destroyed once and for all. And this was actually said in Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL A Trio's Challenge Part 2. And that is when Dr. Faker started to finally made up his mind and actually started to hire Kite as his number hunter in order to save Heart. Whether that meant not even just capturing number cards, but also capturing people's souls. Now, with the amount of power that Heart actually had, he was actually using literal garbage or trash and transforming it into like a weapon. And thanks to the trash bots, he could actually Dr. Faker was able to control them. All that garbage actually led all the way into this weapon called the Sphere Cannon, which actually had the ability to destroy the Astral World bit by bit, obliterating it into smithereens. Now, I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with the rest of what happens to Dr. Faker after that, so I'm not going to go too much into that. However, if you actually take a look at the manga, I won't go too much into that either. I don't want to reveal any spoilers if anyone hasn't read it, because I've read the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL manga from beginning to end as well, and far out, it is much more crazy and darker than you ever would have actually expected, which is insane, but I won't go too much into that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Dr. Faker's deck. Now, the deck he actually technically uses is called the Garbage deck, because technically, since due to the fact he does use garbage to actually, destroy the Astral World and just literally transforming it into a weapon. Also, by the way, Spell Commander 91 actually talked about something like this similar, by the way, about Astral World being destroyed. However, he somehow mistakenly said that Heartland was the one who wanted to destroy the Astral World, which made no sense. Technically, that was Dr. Faker's plan. Yeah, I feel like that might have been just a small error. Just wanted to let Spell Commander 91 actually know about that one, just to be sure. Now, first off, of course, you have the monster cards 3 garbage lords, and then of course he also has 1 garbage ogre in his deck. Now some of the other cards that are actually mentioned in his main deck, which we actually rarely hear or whether they do exist or not. So they have Battle Root, for example, which is a very interesting one, and then it has some other cards such as Fake Form or even perhaps Fake Life. And then of course in addition to with the Barian cards, when Vector in his Barian spirit form takes over and possesses Dr. Faker, he has the spell card Barian's Gateway and Barian's Battle Buster, which are pretty one of the coolest cards known. And apparently they haven't even been printed yet, those 2 Barian cards. I don't know when the heck Konami's going to be printing them out, but hopefully he does soon. And of course, from the extra deck, he uses number 53 Hot Earth and then number 92 Hot Earth Dragon. Now, it's unfortunate, however, that he does not use Rank Up Magic Barian's Force to bring up Chaos number 92 Heart Earth Chaos Dragon, which, by the way, is used later on, which is actually gone possession by number 96 during a certain duel. I mean, then again, it would be cool. It would be pretty awesome to actually see if Dr. Faker introduced Rank Up Magic Barian's Force before Season 2 actually even happened. Can you, like, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, if Dr. Faker activated Rank Up Magic Barian's Force to bring up Chaos number 92, Heart of Chaos Dragon, would that make a complete difference? Do you think that Yuma, Kite, and Shark would have actually won that and still save Heart regardless? I don't know. You guys let me know about that. But other than that, that's all specifically known from the cards of his deck. There really isn't actually much to it, but Fake Life and Fake Form are very interesting cards that I don't know whether they are printed. I mean, when Fake Form is here, like when the battle position monster is changed by a card effect and for 400 damage to your opponent for each of those monsters, which is interesting. And Fake Life, when opponent's monster declares a direct attack, target the attacking monster, negate that attack, and if you do, gain life points equal to its attack. So that's pretty cool in a sense that you could probably use that kind of stuff, which, by the way, I don't know, again, as I'm not that quite sure whether that's even possible or not, but you guys let me know about that. Honestly, for a character like Dr. Faker in the anime, like, I feel like there was definitely a major good story plot in there, which was so good. And that's what led to the invasion of the Barians for Season 2, which was absolutely fantastic. I feel like Dr. Faker really did have a massive role into this. I honestly, I don't feel like there's nothing much to say about it. Like, he had such a hard time and tried to protect his family. And of course, his son Kite as well. Of course, Kite was very loyal to him, but knowing the truth about it, of course, Dr. Faker couldn't risk in telling the truth about that, but he had no choice. So, yeah, it was kind of sad, but what can you do? There isn't really much to be able to talk about it, because otherwise, if it increased the danger, it would have happened. Unless, if he did tell Kite much earlier than expected, then things could have been different. I feel like that Vector might have actually came in to still possess Dr. Faker even early and could have done some really rash things. And I feel like that could have been a bit of a much crazier stretch to be able to think about and could possibly change the events of Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL entirely. And maybe the invasion of the Barians could have actually happened earlier as well, which would have been nuts. Overall, I feel like Dr. Faker was definitely one of the most amazing characters to actually look at, and he was actually very cool to think about. Like, he's so interesting. Like, he's such a mystery until when you finally know the truth, which kept the series great and going, which is fantastic. I suggest you probably watch those episodes. Like, if you go through like a trios challenge, part 1, 2, and 3, it is just absolutely fantastic. The duel is great, and I feel like that's what made like the best episode. I feel like that had to be like one of the best episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL ever. So let me know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about Dr. Faker? Is he pretty cool villain to be, and also had a really good character development in the process? What do you guys think about that? What do you think about his deck as well? Because a lot of people actually don't know much about his deck except for those cards. I don't know if anyone even knows about Fake Form or Fake Life, but please let me know if you guys do know about that. I feel like those cards could possibly be in handy if you actually make a Dr. Faker deck, literally. But yeah, hopefully you like this analysis of Dr. Faker. Just wanted to do that for the first time. I'm going to bring up another one just in case, and then we'll see if we can continue on from there if you want to have more character analysis videos or something like that. It doesn't matter which franchise or if it is. But yeah, let me know. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the notification bell to never miss a video. And stay safe, stay healthy. And like always, my name is Mad Dog, and let your days be mad and rad.